Hello, I'm Carl Johnston with the Atlanta, Ebenezer, and Hopedale United Methodist Churches. We call it the Prairie Winds Parish. We're glad that you're here today. And on this second day of the week, on Tuesday, we come to you with a continuation of Psalm 100. Psalm 100 has 5 verses. Today we look at verse number 2. It says, "Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing." Now, yesterday we talked about make a joyful noise. Sounds like this business of worship is getting noisy. It has some sound to it. We said make a joyful noise yesterday, and now serve the Lord with gladness. Says something about an attitude, doesn't it? Serving the Lord with gladness. Now, when my daughters were at home, there were times I would try to model for them the kind of man that I kind of hoped that they would marry someday. And so my wife and I would do things, and I would try to do things a little bit over the top to exaggerate and to show the kind of person that I really hoped that they would marry someday. And my wife would say to me, "Honey, would you do this for me?" And I would say, "I would love to do that for you, dear. It would be my great honor to take out the trash for you. It would be a joy to do that for you. I'd do anything for you, my love." And the girls would roll their eyes and go, "Oh, brother, stop, you guys." But serving with gladness sometimes seems like a lost art. Serving with gladness and say, "I'd be happy to do that for you. How can I assist you and do it with an attitude of joy and happiness?" It's an amazing thing when it happens. Occasionally, remember back in the olden days, like 8-10 weeks ago, when you'd go out to eat, and there would be this person who would wait on you at the table, the waiter, and if they were really good, they would say things and talk to you and make it a more enjoyable dining experience. They served with gladness. "Hey, can we get some iced tea?" "Sure. You want it sweetened or unsweetened?" And they would serve with gladness, and there was a smile, and there was a sense of, we're here to take care of you. Now, the psalmist is talking to us about serving the Lord with gladness. What is it that God wants us to do? And there's so many different ways to serve God. Serve the Lord. Now, some people serve the Lord by mowing the yard at the church. Some people decorate flowers. Some people decorate the sanctuary for different seasons of the year. And that's part of their service to God. Everybody has different talents, abilities, skills, and different ways that they can serve God. Not everybody has to become an ordained minister. Not everybody has to go to seminary and learn all the books and all of that sort of thing. There are some people who serve the Lord with gladness by doing things like feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, helping those in need. That's serving the Lord. And there's so many different ways you can do it. And so if you're doing something for the Lord, then do it with gladness. It's a joy. I frequently say it is my joy, it's my honor, it's a privilege to serve the people of the Atlanta, Ebenezer, and Hopedale United Methodist Churches. I don't say that as a front. It is a joy. It is with gladness that I serve these folks. So the psalmist is saying, serve the Lord with gladness. So when you do things for God, whether it's great or small, do it with gladness. And then, not only that, but come into his presence with singing. Isn't it surprising to you that over here I have a hymn book? A hymn book. Why, God's people have always been singing. This goes back to the ancient times of the Hebrews, of having a songbook. King David, the great singer and harpist who helped to calm the nerves of King Saul. Music is powerful. Music is about emotions. It's about happiness. It's about sadness. Think about music for a moment. We have different genres of music. We have the blues. Wonder what kind of music that is. We have hip hop. That sounds kind of happy, upbeat. There's some different kind of things that are the different styles of music that just kind of, by their name, describe what they are. God's people have always sung. Sometimes we've sung songs of praises, sometimes we've sung songs of lamentation, sometimes we've done all sorts of different things. Come into his presence with singing. When I was growing up, my mom used to listen, it was a stay-at-home mom, and when she was doing the work around the house, she would tune into the Moody Bible Institute out of Chicago. And my sisters and I would listen to Mom sing along with all the great singers like George Beverly Shea and Tennessee Ernie Ford, Mahalia Jackson, and Ethel Waters. And we didn't know any better, but Mom sang along with them. And so, since Mom sang along with the people on the radio, so did my sisters and I. And it was something that surprised our spouses once we got married, that occasionally, for no particular reason, my two sisters and I would just suddenly burst into song for no particular reason, because that's what Mom had always done. We had come into God's presence with singing, and it was part of what we did all the time. Whether Mom was ironing or washing or what she was making a meal or something, it really didn't matter. There was always music in everything, all the time. Now, this is also showing my age, but on Saturday night, if I was good, I would get to watch Lawrence Welk. And Mr. Welk always said, keep a song in your heart. The song is a song of joy and gladness. God calls you and me to serve with gladness and to come into his presence with singing, that there would be delight and freedom and joy. God wants that for you. God wants that for me. That's something for you to think about.